was a whole bunch of the edge and the top benefit matuntum aba betwem. Time was so say and somewhat why and sarcasm move when you digest semonum. Yes, you draw some more Cassia Bokai so. Now, Oko Facebook, Modest 102.7 FM Accra, Jumedian Air Live, YouTube, and also no Oka, Modest TV Ghana, yes, streaming our TV, no air Modest TV Radio, Modest 102.7 FM. Now, we're waiting at one, I just say, Wooty and Abibia, I come. Na enumre yanga ya deshe na ya soko se mampohin abomu aye ba besom no eye me eja mintamene ami green
ami green ya hwan
oh satare no
no yata de kala na yedi boyedi
oh say
radio for na
oh and on Facebook
Mini am top about him abena foku ya boa
ene na you ma meraze clack it yes snap say won't me ba ko bi aba
say for the wachi go ho na wo
sa anyway chi go
TikTok this one dia
na ensamwa eba no nia edi mu akwetini bi na yede ema mu tew no so hwe semwa eba ebi ene se ya lanchi dwumadie bi a friend National Integrity Awards na we no yesi wa mfa ho hye corruption mu na sabaso yi ebekwa ama
South Africa man no mu abidi abrada yedi oman Ghana fo wonu mu etoso miensan so mpanimfo ahwe edi oma bedru enra ene
and so chairman wontumi ekopie mu ewo court 30 million cedis bi oje se odukwaye fu a efa fichire no ene okoho court
General Officer Commanding Yayi Foforo Kra Brigadier General Joshua Mano ya edeno akwakochia opemso
SMP ka we nhu na busiafo ya de ba aseda no ya mfama KASE3 Ghana Limited se o pass asia manso ni ho na nkrata sem bibie edi mu na KASE3 ena oso du ani kire ye me honko ema osika no enkem free cry ekosi tamale ye wonsa se o man na fanan bebia dia odi yefuo dia odi sidan fo oni to yeso oni mpemfo nkasa e wo 0302 963740 0302 now on KASE3 Ghana Limited ending komo enafi kelele fo so aso yasene
kelele
kelele
clothing
kelele clothing
eche na madoma suko de amade she
pia ene abusiafo monje bre na nsem no ye monremu
Mothers FM yes sompa
ma yenshe nsem na se free National Integrity Awards dwumedie no ase ena mpanyihie mukutu awankrampumpune mantemu ma wapa eho entuma na award ni botaye kase pa ene se corruption eyade a ekuye pa ewo memudrimudie kataseche proye ene kankan twamna mintwawo ekuye papa ne senti award yi aba na yenga yebedi no kra ewo yedwom titire ne aban enwuma mu no wa bedi no kra yedi sika bi befe fichira ba wonyenom ne sa ne ma no wene de saba subodie ebehye wo enumunyam na abra na wo pa ho ntoma no ena kane aban lawyer penyi Mariata Brew opon apia edi tudwa ekire mu se corruption yade eku oman papa afi bia nko na wie ye no na sika be 3 billion Ghana cedis ayira ye hunu de ofa so nipa ena edi.
I read recently from Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition that we lose about 3 billion annually through corruption. What it means is that institutions of state, institutions of government cannot be strengthened with money. What it means is that the first step to strengthening our institutions is integrity and ethical leadership. On the part of government, we have two very critical initiatives that we have taken up. In fact, recently, Cabinet has approved what we call the NECAP, that is the National Ethics and Anti-Corruption Action Plan, to replace the National Anti-Corruption Plan, which expired in 2024. And that, I believe, has been or will be submitted to Parliament very soon. Also before Parliament is the Code of Conduct for Public Officers Bill, which will direct all public officers on the kind of leadership we want to see in public service. And there will be consequences for those who flout the law. And I believe that very soon Parliament will deal with these two very important initiatives.
Mami Mariata Brew appear upon na yatin Kano na Justice William Atukuba, a former Supreme Court judge, our court na humi GMO. Also, sa National Integrity Awards ye pa ho entomano. Meye awards bia keke so bia ne atemia nsa. Na mo no ba hu se nipa ne de be hye nsa. Ne nyina be di ho adanse se oni pei osefata.
This launch was not a mere ceremony. It has values which have been accepted and insisted upon, and that there's meaningful progress in our national life and the repellence of abject and horrible deep-seated corruption in all facets of the life of this country. Our people deserve better. I thank you.
Ania etwegu ye Justice William Atukuba, former Supreme Court judge, our corner humi GMO. Na enwechi no. Ana yera Paul Bafo Bonnie atemwo ni nyina class prefect enso editu dwa ese corruption ade a ha dwene na atemwo adwumekuo no podi aboa won a wo krekro wonu monyam kakra besi sabre atentere ne ampempie no na ekoso wom se bia atemwo beba we sise na enso dodo na no utimi se ya na ekoyie de se chi se ye kra emu die mu na ye ma enu monyam hu hia ya corruption ye betu ase.
Every society discovers that trust is its greatest currency. And once trust disappears, institutions begin to weaken, contracts lose meaning, public confidence erodes, this itself becomes suspect. As Chief Justice, I know that the judiciary depends upon one thing above all else: confidence. People obey court orders and decisions not because judges possess physical power. They obey them because they believe that justice has been administered. That belief rests entirely upon integrity. Without integrity, justice itself cannot survive.
Yera Paul Bafo Bonnie ena yete ni Kano na ne krakra mu na Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin enso editu dwa se se wo ya ban adwuma e wo behia se odi ne kredie ene perepere ye ebeye wadwuma se aban etua woka yen a yede sika etua na wo sen buye na wo sen wia yen o se eba ne sa enko ni senti no Public Officers Bill omo hihya ne den na etimi abo mo etimi to corruption ase e wo man mu.
The scheme envisages a special category, and that special category is called the Vulture Award. And this category has attracted public attention, both in and outside Ghana, and understandably so. Its purpose, therefore, must be carefully understood. The purpose of the Vulture Award is not to substitute public accusation for lawful accountability, but to draw responsible attention to conduct that undermines integrity, weakens institutions, and damages the moral health of the nation. It is meant to provoke conscience, stimulate public discourse, and reinforce the principle that while integrity deserves honor, conduct that preys upon the public good must be addressed through scrutiny, evidence, institutional responsibility, and moral clarity. We should name and shame acts and conduct which brings shame or indignity to the moral and social fabric of the Republic. That one, I'm not going to compromise on that. And I'll start doing it on the floor of Parliament.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament na Yatin King.
Yemfa yani ntremu ewo man South Africa emu best America krani de nyinata eyenimsem se omudi empabro ewo ehonompa enyasem ketwa na no arehosem kra ne se Ghana ni ba ko de etokura ekasa ye ma wotian no wonse do dendenden ya Ghana mampani ne eye asoye hwe ma hodo so nsem kabachi mu kofa bidi nkan ba ye kakram kofa kakran so beka ho a ekoba ne se America krani omo sa ye ntotoye weche no ma hwede omo betumi aye ede afa honenso no so an wo munte na da chese chinchine twan wo matu ede esi sopa eya enyasem ketwa eninti ayememne da na nwumre no ade besi ne kwase de mo na krata afia so ye hwema hodo so nsem ba ye chese wo mo sanso aye nhyehyeye na chese ye ne kwase da ene dey no eya Ghana fo bi mo ho no mo so be se apem de ya sanso ahwe ede wo mo aba bedru eye oman Ghana ensoso emu ya me no ka se ye nya ne ntese bi no madi nkan aba bedru dada na eye swafo da so ye na no eye yera Samuel kojeto abrakwa woni nsɛmtwɛfo atwetwe nkomo akyerɛkyerɛmu eniama hodo ayekoso ewo akyire kasesi hodo ayekoso ewo oman South Africa ne oman Ghana yentam sɛ ne ebeya de hye nimpo betumi di wo mo ababedu ha asumdie kwan ɛso
initially disputed by the South African government. You will recall that the South African authorities issued a statement under the name of the South African Minister for Justice and Constitutional Development, Moloko Kibai, who claimed that Ghana was engaged in misinformation and that they only have the killing of a Ghanaian known as Kwabna Boagin, as if it really even mattered whether the name was inaccurate or not. Killing cannot be accepted and must be condemned and should not have occurred in the first place. Based on our insistence and the remarkable professional and diplomatic efforts of our High Commission, our colleagues in Pretoria. So we urge the public to stay calm and not to fall for this misinformation and disinformation in wide circulation. Ladies and gentlemen, these incidents serve as a reminder of the growing challenge posed by misinformation and disinformation campaigns during periods of crisis. The government will continue to respond promptly to false reports that have the potential to undermine Ghana's reputation.
Na wamfane nsem no ensi hwa na mse wonom hye ye bo se enipa no apem ena wo musanso akofa e de aba be so wo mu abadada no eso enti no wo twetwe mu se ne de o ha nani abesa hanu ena abepie mu ewo eye wiem hyangina ye bia ho ampanimfo hye wo mu ama wo mu akwaba sonko mo ye rehye mu se wonom akanso ebeba etri.
A strong objection to the attacks and sought assurances regarding the safety of Ghanaian nationals. However, following the deterioration of the situation in South Africa, the government had to undertake an evacuation exercise using chartered flights in the first phase. Under the first phase, 926 Ghanaian nationals who sought voluntary evacuation were evacuated from Johannesburg in 3 batches by chartered flights on the 27th of May, the 6th, and the 7th of June 2026. The evacuation exercise was coordinated by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in collaboration with Ghana's High Commission in Pretoria, with the support of relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as international partners. Phase 2 of the evacuation exercise has commenced, and I can disclose today that the second phase began yesterday, Sunday, 26 July 2026, and this phase is expected to cover about 1,000 Ghanaians. Over this weekend, about 200 Ghanaians have so far been welcomed at the Accra International Airport. We expect another group of Ghanaians to arrive tomorrow, Tuesday, 28 July 2026.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Enya ekokoti eye onimonyam for Samuel okujeto abrakwa wono ena wo chire mu se odomfo de ochina dom yen ya benada nso no wonmu aka bi enso beba bepie mu ewa ha.
Chama won't me titrenema NPP amanyoko no asantemantemo nimsem dada say otrim ewo nsanwon prisoner yes or serve 20 years na ne cases no edoso emu ba kon ene say Maslok ema ni sika 30 million Ghana cedis so amfanko yefu asase na awanje ebro na awanto apafo na awanfa chema sika ne wahia yes okay ene yedne kwakwagire mu ewo Accra High Court butubutu pa otembwafo Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit ena etena edwemu ensem no nyina ko wie se chema wontumi agye atum se sika na yampa omude man wedi but obetua intine ne tue mo no ena court no ama chema wontumi na afi aban lawyers ne se omonkotena se nefua no eduasa na omongu chema wontumi sika no so obetua no otua ne sen so obey ne bosome afe anase ne japade bia nkoton ne mfa mete nti court na mom 30 days so mfa nkonkodwen sa ne ma no na nyankopɔ ya adoma August 27th omomra na yentoa ascendien eso na honorable nana eje bafo ewu a oyemranim ni osanso mra sebedwani ema adehia ewo menhia south otreze sie ne case ne NPP lawyer for na agesi won sere so mo beboa chema wontumi.
Called this morning for the case of the Republic versus Chema Wontumi in respect of the Exim Bank loan matter involving Wontumi Farms. The party has since directed that the cases involving Chema Wontumi be taken over by the party's legal team. And so, in respect of this matter, Mr. Samuel Atachia is leading it, and then I'm assisting him together with other lawyers of the party. We're in court this morning, and the AG brought to the court's attention that the initial plea bargain negotiations, which was commenced prior to the conviction in the other matter, couldn't continue or couldn't come to a conclusion because of the conviction and subsequently because of also the withdrawal of the lawyer in the matter. The court, taking cognizance of that, also decided to indulge the parties to continue with the negotiations so that we could finalize it and notify the court. And so the matter has been adjourned to the 27th of August to enable parties go back to the negotiations table to finalize him and bring it to the court's attention.
Honorable Nana Eje Bafo Wana Yaten Kanana, Honorable Samuel Atachia, or Yemrenimni, team lawyers or Matia, what you tragic Chama Wuntuno, and I would dear Nim, or no sooner some more kind.
You are not kind to say that I'm a lucky man. You've put more work on my shoulders, but essentially, the judge agreed, and Honorable Deputy Attorney General Service also agreed that you attempt a plea bargain and then come back to the court and announce it. So we'll take up that initiative and see whether we can broker a deal, and that matter will come to an end. And all the cases associated with Wontumi have taken over, and then we'll see how we prosecute them.
102.7.
Honorable Samuel Atachiana Yetin King.
Yemfa yani entremu ewa asante mantam enene kropon kumasi emu na yebo ede ewura asrafo adwumakoni maya Ghana Armed Forces na wonom ewo eye penia wo mu yi no mano deda eye mantam ni bia no ehwe bambo ho nsem ewo saa kwan no eso na eye General Officer Commanding GOC na ono so na adwuma oye ewo eye mantam ahodo ni bi so eye de ekra eye asante mantam ahafo bono ene bono east ni otiman Samano Eswo no Dini Juma Kesie. Ya American dia Babesi Brigadier General Albert Sison Ogaja na emprempren dia ya de se wenya eye Juma Kesie ya peja na Juma mo ede edru eye Ethiopia man no emonti na we se wo pe obi de hye nanan a wetumi abomodian ne mpanimfo atena se ayi foforo kra eye Brigadier General Joshua Amano se wo me hye nanan na sene amamra ne amane asie ni ntine atwa se wotieta ne mpabo akese ne chacha mo de na ni twremo ewo opem so ote kokoso ne na sei na wode ne kokochia eyi ne trempening for ma wo mususu hunu nipa wo mu ne no eye adwuma no mukopie mu ho no enidie no ode ma eye kotokohene na enu achiwo chirechire mu se oba ye na adwuma so obebo ye nyina no ohwe baabi potian na eye omontete ye kwan so dwumadie se ne wo se etimi fa ekro ye no so etimi aba emfaso bebre no a ede ama no a oyi eye onimonyamfo yin so de na be hye na nan se ne ebe ye ono so beto ne dwuma pa eso.
On assumption of office as GOC Central Command, my top priority was training to build capacity among the troops, training to keep the soldiers busy so that they will not misbehave. And by that, discipline came up and discipline was reduced. And the training also enhanced our operational capabilities to the extent that when we went for one of the flagship exercises competitions, which is a satellite stretch at the Ghana Armed Forces level, we won to borrow best trophy for the first time for Central Command. This never happened in the history of Central Command. So, I must say that the training paid off. Our investment in training really did good job for the command and also for your kingdom. Apart from training, we also embarked on some logistic and infrastructure development as far as accommodation is concerned. We have a new infrastructure, office space, ablution and accommodation has been improved. And also road network in the barracks. We have also completed some road networks. Some of the projects have been commissioned already. Others will be commissioned next Friday during the handing taking over ceremony.
Na no see ya pe na incoming Brigadier General Joshua Amano so etre ni so bebre se no ahohoaho asempo asima be pie mu ewo opem so asante hene na ase tutu abebio ne na ase na waba no na dwuma ese na efata ne no na wo behwem aye ne ye.
Humbled to be in front of you to introduce myself as the incoming General Officer Commander. This is my first time in your palace, and I must say that I've admired your reign from afar. The transformation you brought has really transformed the Ashanti Kingdom and even enhanced our image internationally. And so I'm here to assure you that the mission of the Central Command will not change under my leadership. We will continue to be the sentinel of social order and a guarantor of security in your kingdom. This we are going to do with your support. This is why we are here this morning, so that I can seek your blessing whilst I take command. I also know that you play a lot of role in peace building. And so I may be the General Officer commanding the troops in the barracks, but you are the Commander General for peace in the kingdom. And so I will run to you whenever I need your counsel, and I can assure you that I will step on the shoes of my senior officer and do what I can to support peace in your kingdom.
Na ni atoso biemu nso na na nanamatna nkonya mpanimfo no bi edi adehye anim hede omu piemu ewo otekokoso nanim eda ne amabako mienu adi enso so ede kire na ode ensem sei eto aso
chansana bebe se penfo no bi ho a ni se bi ho so bitimi kan wi se no biom dia na se ni no se wanse no hwekura sanisa what you ma fi Abraham so ba no ba na sapa anye bian enhira no kan ba wi ya pa ya bompa intino what the crown system broni esa any snaps a dear fefe ya pasisi na na boma de so daso so the bring rap na bring na no so aka mu bible na you do ngijin kwasi bian it's me akoso a I'm Ghana force so to one asante so for them to not pay for university. Some buy I feel you want to buy some of the play runner. In fact, won't buy more.
Na ne krakra mu no ena asante mera na say tutu abebio enso so ebo maba so ewo mu dwuma sonya wo mu ye de bo asante man ewo bambo kwan so na odpp so sempo no wo mu enye na wo mu nye ne nkoso se ne dane da wo mu ye no na
say wo mu dwuma de the bogana ho ba wo set track man ne de da bre media ne sa wo mu ana ojam ne yeti aye bom ho ba sa
yo so the dwuma on the border now by put down my 70 papa na sada kuma di de onu ma ti ha aso me dwuma de budi na no you are say ka won no mu e
no mo dwuma say do sika ina na we beta no
yo
braso no ko na fofra ba no ko
yo we no pa we beta no na dem na so na fofra ba no ko ina ye gana ma punsu
Bia me am so mo ne ma da bre ya ye bedro wa ye pake go ada kemti e kan masafia yo kaso mo ne ma ye bedro wa ma se je be se ma no go ada kem enche da san da no continue no munya kwa ni so mo ma ni gbe ase bia na ne be ya no wa hai
yo
matra fini e cheni
yo
wa kama da bia o masun si bia o bo ma mane
yo
di bia no dia so aso.
Yes, I'm Mothers FM.
Eni aye kokoti eye asante mera kotoko hene na say tutu abebio odi ade do so.
But unim nia me fe ewo opim so kasa. We say some trophy ho. But obi amfa na ma kan kwatetare ne ntoma ho. So
odo Mike nego say obeti baby a wo no. Besides okasa nso a eya yese sisu biem enti no mo benya ne ho
like me
fe na mo de Mike ikora na ni
ye dia sam ne ntuma ne hunyina
e de ahia na de
are era dia
unru ho kokoye ta ho rese
asante o mai opim so
adaroma why endorse
na yakwe animu na yemonrem wa umahia wonsem yakopim odogo no senior high school a omonya frinsian oha ne aduonum hooray nyakopon adaroma pempen so di school no aba bedru nie enti omguso edidi di nkomo ye ho niema na adusiafo ni bi ekire se school no niema bebre ho no ma nheda nkoyie adan ne ade omu wo mu bia ya cake tititi de na enti obehia aban emoa.
For the science department, we lack the science lab. It's making it difficult for science students to catch up when it comes to the practical aspects in studies. Some of our buildings, we need to renovate them. The place is sinking, so it's a no-go area.
Science lab is in the bad state that we are seeking the government to come to our aid and assist us in building another one. And then also, we do have the science equipment. Our visual art department of the building is very weak because I learned is one of the oldest buildings in this school.
So we have a challenge with our visual art department. We hardly have practicals because our department is not in a good condition. So we like to renovate it. For the boys' side, I think it really needs renovation. I think their ceilings, the tiles, they really need some. So if we could get help, would be really grateful. Well, other people really wish they could join the boarding house, but because of the facility, especially at the boys' side, they can't really come.
Where are the for Odogono Senior High School? And where she headmaster Ora Patrick Mensa and so at the PT and was a papa and a buy more when they born old students, no, but Oliver Twist, they ask for more.
Academy give us the opportunity because it is closer. But I realized that looking at their numbers and their schedule, it was not possible. When we tried the National Science Resort, by the time a class will go, the bus can carry 60. By the time they will finish and come back, the whole day is gone. We realize that we need to
drawings to be part of
we decided with my teachers initiative. Then we decided to use part of our dining hall for our practical. So when it is time to pack the apparatus to dining hall, they should give back. It's very important. So I encourage everyone to congestion at our dormitories. To form the look at the catchment area of Odogono, they should stretch it and contribute their quota towards development of NG school. This school needs
Ora Patrick Mensa ena yeten in Kanadogo Senior High School headmaster enono. Na Professor ni Tete Adi or ye old student ena all catcher the sham for much woman say e wo mo muntwa moni mehwe school no na school ni hia mo hwese na dan ho aye pa na collect mo be de create asohwe.
We need all Odorians to be part of this initiative. And I've told the headmaster to take that initiative. Every year group should contribute towards the school. They should give back. It's very important. So I encourage every old student to form their group. If they don't have it, they should form one and contribute their quota towards development of this school. This school needs a lot of infrastructure.
Ni Tete Adi ena yatin kana Professor enono na Deputy Director General Emma Ghana Education Service Professor Smile Zisi okopie mu ewo dwumedia no ase abra na wo launch 150 year anniversary no ena wodi to just say GS ni abre pankola ne bebre mu ade akola timi tena social media ka kire mampanyi sanity omu giniti akwaji sikedru da bi akola nkasasa ena afi seni akola no bi ye omniema no makotwe brantan no di gwa omfefo no school mu say no mba be yire omutam mu pa wo ya akola no dinsem hu no wo school ya chiro police station straight uti ya de achi ade court obekodam se wom ti se wuntumi.
It's not the number of aids they'll take, it's not whatever they'll come out with the home they're coming from, but integrity and character will take them very, very high. And also, we are not condoning indisciplinary activities or actions at all. Any student that will be caught will be severely punished, or any staff that will condone such actions will be severely punished. And because of how we are taking it very serious, we have a big conference in Sunyani just next week. They are inviting all stakeholders. It's very important that we meet to identify the issues, the causes, that all of us will agree on the way forward.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Yeah, Deputy Director General Emma Ghana Education Service. Yenyina we so ye home kase bonus to ye ba pa ye betwaso.
Aha, eyekelele clothing. Me mamwa kwaba. Yeni yetimi ma wa ho fedanso. Ewa wontade shemu. Esan say, ye wo fabrics aso to nyina bi wa ha. African print, kelele clothing dear. Yes, so pam the show. Come on, ye pam a mane mema kaftan, corset, agbada, a mane mema dienina, embroidery, bubu, silk kaftan, political suits nina, ye pem biwaha, ye chakwain ewa North Kaneshi Demold bus stop, and now dear friend, ewa 0541 849 257 and now 0268 866 697. Aha!
Adishmaima, KASE3 Ghana Limited. Ye Jumakubia, Yesi Dine Ton Dine, Eton Sase Krujia, Mansubia Nihu, Wutoyen Sasibia, Abaya Wudia forever and ever. Wabusian Dachinti, Anunti, KASE3 say, Chia 10% pay, na fe Shasie, Usi Dino, na Uchani Kakankakra. KASE3 in Kwane won Sasi with the whole Ghana. Ya won Sasibi wa Greater Accra. Baby to say, Atoman, Kofi Donko, Mampehia, Danjra, Kaswa Obom, Dodowa, Kofi Kwe, Ayete Kote, Weja, Broadcaster, Ani Bebre, Sayakwa Central Region in Sua, Cape Coast, Ayensudo, J. Krodia, Portin, Gomwa Kwe Krum, Yankwa Eastern Region, Ensawam, Kwasinyako, Afram Krum, Afayentufa, Nayanko Northern Region, Yobi Watamale, Nyampala, and Sasano Bay, UDS Campus, Watamale Kumasa Kwanso, Yesansu Executive Wanzo, the other Chromo Pair. Now, what sounds so pair? Assassin Yantam, and ya Kria and Efua, you will be with the whole Ghana. And on Tishu Yachakwine, I the main office, Accra, Tessano, Yani Ghana Telecom University, and our police training school, and a Dijanimu, Wakaswa Malam Quantum Ponoso, a month from Yani Resurrection, a sorry, a Dijanimu, now Yakwa Amasama Iswa, opposite the Central Mosque, Wa Amasamaiwa, or Bakrowa office, no, I was site to Hope, Afay Ashaiman, Yani Lorry Station, and a Dijanimu. Frey 0302 963740. Ebiem 0302 963740. KASE Estate Ghana Limited. Yenti usubet mi sidai.
Mothers TV as and so Mothers FM so Facebook ne so Mothers 102.7 akrawudu ha wo like wa share na wa comment mamento so emfa emma ona ye de ani etwemo ewo Amansia South Mansin mu wasantemantam emu wo de wani chemu ho no ma enwomesu an mpanimfo ahwa de omani atoto fam ahunu se eye adesuanfo wo mo ho no eba na nwoma pa de a ti wiye wo mu mohwe eba na kenkan a wo mu ntumi kenkan mpo na nka mempese wo matwere bibi e de ato ha ma obi mpo atumi aba be kenkan ene ade na chese ne nyina ya ade a wo mu susu se e twa mo be chire e wa desua kwan so ne nwoma sua kwan so ene bi isi kura mpo de na omo wo ho na omo hwe ensohwe ni ma na chese ebeba no na adane areho nko a wo hwe a enhwe wo hwe a na ejai aba be hwe na wo enumu na eye Director of Education ya wo honom woni monyamfo yi e chese watumi so ehunu se o ha ba ko a enam so mani tumi basa eye akyerɛkyerɛfo a wo mu ho na enso e wo honom na ne nyina ya de a wo se mpanimfo emprempren ya wo mu tu ho na mo se ne ebe ya ebedru baabi no saa ne ma ne nyina no ebetumi ate abafom.
This may be due to low number of teachers in the district, both Amansia South and West. We are not having adequate number of teachers, and this is having a toll on academic performance in the two districts. There's worry when children go to write BC and they can't read, and they cannot further the education. These children will become drop out. It's worrying. Activities through storytelling sessions, through spelling bees, through book review and so on. So as we see it as appropriate, it's an appropriate program, and we adopt it. We are going to collaborate with Asanko to help education move from grace to grace.
Na yade kwa yanimu no a na opinion leader owo ehonom eye Kwabenaso community Nana Tebi Jansa enso so says so wo betumi abodini aka senipa asomasi na merhwe nasuano ebi ambese me yes we se mete he mbese me yes abenafo ko yebo a o ebi sister tena anampo se ebi a ejami ntani midina mbese me ye ni ade ne no so so ni nyina eka ho bi na we nso so kra ekobu honom ko baka ko hwe obi wa bra nipa no nwoma no mpo nhia mfa nyehwe we nna eye niema ni bi o mahunu se eye hawa hawo mo
India, our form part education for no car. Enya atrobi na enya asempa no mo ka. Dem ko anam park enkai. E for school no kofia. Wonya obi a o guide no. Na ne nyina mo no, o mo hunu obi a wo mo de ne ya ehweso as model. Oh, unya susu obi unya susu bia bia na otimi e bibi. But wo mo nya bi sa. Awofo no emwa nkura no akenkan wo fie.
Na ne krakra mu no na eye general manager ya wada Asanko Gold Ghana Limited ano edisei etwato.
If we can inculcate in the kids the habit of reading, then that's going to help them take them far. And I know we can do adult literacy and all of that, but we want to start with our kids. And that is why we are intervening with this. The kids are not going to learn by themselves. They need guidance. They need people to put that interest in them, that curiosity. And that goes to the teachers. So here we are going to build the capacity of our teachers to help the kids to read. Reading is just not reading, but we want to equip the teachers with the skills that they need to be able to teach the kids how to read.
Yes, I'm Mothers FM.
Na odimonyam for justice Fentine ne ene yekotie na chese wo mu de nhyehyɛ agu akwam a ebeboa ama adisuafo atumi asuade abo enwoma pa eye.
Voter Aluminium Company Limited, ye twenetia ekan Valco, ewo tema, na ye kase no aka kyerɛ sɛ aban ne pɛsɛ ɔtɔn ɛno na anam so ama adwumayɛfoɔ na agye bumu na ate wɔn hogu monten so demonstration na nya asɛm keto asɛ wɔmpene ɛma aban no ɛntɔn ɛkɔba ne saa pa adwumayɛfoɔ no dodo na ɛbɛkɔ akɔtene fie fun lapaafoɔ ɛdeɛ na yɛbɛdie school fees yɛbɛden atua light bill yɛbɛden atua water bill yɛbɛden atua na kyerɛ sɛ ayɛ nsɛm pii so na demonstration ne mu no ɔmo nkabom ku industrial and commercial workers union general secretary Ora Morgan Ayawan ɔmo yɛ mpanyufoɔ na ɔmo ba bɛboa Emma demonstration no ekoso eno di tu dwase dia ekoso no so man kan ho asɛm na ɔkyena ebedi omo ewu de kyerɛ sɛ ubisa aban mu mpanyimfo sɛ dan na ekoso a ɔmo ntimi hyɛ dan kyire mo man ne ama nwonwona eno ntina ma demonstration no ekoso no.
You can only guess that perhaps it is to serve a few individual interests, and that is peripheral elite. We are looking at the risk involved, the potentiality of this resulting to job losses, and Ghana will be deprived of the ownership of this great asset of ours. So we want government to know and to take us seriously, because we began this discourse long time ago, and it appears nobody is listening to us. No one is giving us a listening ear.
General Secretary Emma Industrial and Commercial Workers Union Ora Morgan Ayawan na yɛte ne nka no na Valco Union no ɔmo local chairman Ora Samuel Agyeman sɛ Ghana for mun sorry o Ghana for mun sorry na yɛmbe gyina ɔmo akyi na yɛm wɔn nyɛ Ghana for bi mu ana ɛkɔm na ɛbɛ yo ntie nyina sorry nta ɔmo akyi na aban pɛtɔn dodo yɛatɔ yɛn ho nneɛma nyina Ghana yɛto yɛ ni hwee ɛna na maame bi ken akase yɛde Ghana bɛkɔsi a wɔto ɛsi o yɛde Ghana akɔma han ade
the Ghana for say government in the person or town back for AC workers CSA also town back for $70 million. Now be sound say company now motor man one of the FIFA and the Vaco workers be some yatro petition former president yatro the go minister the go chief of staff yakob bia ya necessary bia as workers but almost so muntie no person mo ya no mo ye and omu pese Nerika amacha da Favako assassin in the guise of industrial park.
Any atwagu Ora Samuel Agyeman Valco in Kabom Kono Union na wo hono no ye local chairman na demonstration to asoa ekopie mu ewetema mayor akache Honorable Ibi Bright na ono nso so won petition ni mu se obema mpanyefo aso ate se dwumefo na sori yo so mo mpene e ma ye nton company no.
I want to thank you for the peaceful manner of your march to the government premises of the city of Tema. I want to thank the security forces for providing protection not only for you as citizens of Tema, but also for us, and to ensure that this has taken place. As large as the numbers are, as forcefully as your presence is felt, very peacefully. That is important. I take a lot of comfort in what I hear from your submission, that this is not only in concern for preserving the dignity and integrity and power of the Republic of Ghana, but also in recognition that under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the appointees that he has put in place to oversee the affairs of institutions, especially state-owned enterprises, you are beginning to see the results and the effects of that good governance. You say that we're beginning to reap the rewards of the new trend. So it is also an admission of your faith and your trust in the capability of Ghanaians, especially under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to produce good and better results through our enterprises for the Ghanaian and for the state.
102.7
Honorable Ibi Bright, Tema Mayor, and Yatin King.
Yamfa kasebo no enkopie mu ewo empon fiase mensini mu ewo atoye mantama no eso na eye aban ade a wobo se opese otu ase kwakrakra ye gala no galamse no efomagudi etu de nam kwati kwan eso na ye funtum asase ne ye nsuo mu ahodo etu sika akọ mpempena de apiabo ne de nchembo de afri mu a ese ye japade bebrodo mankoma ede adom ye senka ne pa oman ga ne ni de hu kakrakra na aban ne ye de obetumi bia so obetu ase so udi wani chemu asa empo fiase na ese wani ense okachire wonu matua wasase ne so afi kra de prostay han animu pe chese police honini a na baby omutu ewo eye galamse asase ne so na omunsu ne no chese face me I face you connect ho ya na se ne na etie no se bempanifo mo animu a sa na ekoso ewo ehonom na nsemtwefo ye boy ye ne adi wura honom ene ase na boys ade amu ye ade na ekoso sa sebe eye ni enso ade na etesen osio empanifo ya wai se ade na omutu no eno na omutu wa hase omutu fo bagudie ya mpanimfo nim sese no mokra no se omutu ya dius e de man mpanimfo so ebinom ye nananom atena nkonya ebinom ye posifo ebinom ye se kranti wo mu ya wai se omutu bibisa wo ntinya ibia ha adwuma no mo de omo ya aba omo so so hwe se omo nsa betimi akoma no
obi ayawe se adwuma no yekoso a eti omo kaso o edipene adwuma obeye o ehuska obiya no na odi betua sa eka no eya river guard for back police for back omo beje omo de anfel force beje omo de bae no na omo ton ha no mai ba na omo embinuma be dikan ayedwuma dada hena ya so about us but ya no me ya friend ru na omo be yedwuma wa hanom no omo ba ebi akura ne bo de ba police ni bo obot ma charge self for 5,000 bra one na be kan obi na we kesu 2,000 wetu amano sa na obi soldiers for boy more them of pride police ni be or than the pride over guided than the pride but I for the na I call say e do be break no work otua
na ewo mu anso ena ye ne mame Olivia Teria etwetwe nkomo na wode ne ya sapon ensem eto ye nim nyina da na se wone wokunu ya wo mu ani afi ono ne wo 56 ena wokunu no nso so wokọ pension ne samfie na aduosia wasi koku a na wo mu eye na galai wo mu atua mensuo eyira fakoko na se chese enye kura ye mobo wa ewo ehono ma o mando aduane eya abo wo mu ano no nyina eye saa gala na wo mu tu na sunsunsanso bia enya ewo wo mu so eso eno no
ma ben no kokoko ni ntimbetwa me ba ha 1 month nti 1 month be na me ba betwa no mbebo wa galamsenso no abefam kokoko no nyina
me pay me a midna he na se ma yesa ma we da se wo abofra enduska ti the best ma dia
na enumu a ena eye nananom atena nkonya wonom soso ewo eye edum trebuo mu enso esrese sene oha no ne mpompon so aba bedu ne mpanimfo nhwe na omomeye bibi mfamfa ho emfama wo mo
esoja 40 se obeba be patrol wo ha na wa pam se nkrofo na afi ho nti anam so mama kobo regional police commander amanye me na ifu nyina ma abo amanye se o metu won fi asase ne so ma yenya akwan yenchechiri yekuru
galamse no ase yekure ba kun sisi ara sofia kofom baye 3 months kwa ase woto pure water na wodi akọ oni ba kun sisi amekwa mo he aba company bia ma me no nsu ne kunyi kobusu koso galamse chemicals nti abiri na egu
ewadi ya adom na nsuo ento na nsen ya kontometina ha
Ebusianfo yanto ansem no so ne mfa ni enkyeremu ewo takwa na Goldfields Ghana Limited nefa ewo takwa omudwumedi omudi no mfinhye aduasane yakọ na wieye na omuhwe ne mokwan senka ban besan mokwan na omatoa so etu efum agudie no ewo ho na ado ani ekyeremu bebi te se takwa nsoyem Pristia Huni Valley ene ne mpotam ne ade a hye ewo ho nyina ebo Goldfields abaso ye papa ewo mudwumesi no omudi se free se Goldfields by 30 years ni no Omabua kuro ne pa ewom se takwa enti se Johannesburg de nanso kakra akwa mo nso de wo so munyan omunya timemufo nsem ni
memde why bebre amatakwa so you go first anka dem kwani abanala main road na lampo ahe no tumi na ina road enti e kwani we de to be frank am ha na me na metia de bia me fa wa bom papa sisi am to make within 5 minutes na me be fi me be adwuma so within a short time na me be fi na kwa no so wa boyen o ye kwa na wa boyen papa enti ma metu aka nde aban de oni online system on in a sense there wa boa takwaman wona na wo boyen be we de me kwa ye ka bana nka onya mbeye the Coface Foundation is helping
we timemufo nsem eno no na enochi na Honorable Matthew Aye oye MC ewo Pristia Huni Valley ono so se Goldfields there omonkrata ne saban renew amom no mato madwuma so abeboa pa if so my name bebre ama community nya so mfa so.
This road from Samahu to Pepesa links almost 6 communities, as I said, and the construction of this road is a big relief. Big relief to myself at the municipal chief executive and the district assembly. Like this duty will just fall on the shores of the assembly, but the foundation coming to our aid just to do this construction is a big relief. So we'll give a great thanks to the foundation.
Honorable Matthew Aye eno na Yeraken Ashigbe Chief Executive Officer Ghana Chamber of Mines eno say adwuma Goldfields ene kwan so ano na emom no de wo say ye ne say mayem pamom yemom nto modwuma so na mfaso no na wo so mu pegem se na be ya communities no nkronkro no benya so mfaso bebre.
We get people talk about the comparison between Takwa and Johannesburg and all of that. The way that would happen is ensuring that we get investment into these communities. So what we are asking for is that if you look at the percentage of royalties that currently are returned to our traditional authorities and our local authorities, it's about 8%. And that's not adequate. And not only is the amount quantum, you have situations where some Gaiety has done some work that demonstrate that some of these local authorities, assemblies, they take the money and then they put it into funeral donation. And so what we are asking is 2 things. 1, increase the quantum at least to 30% coming into these host communities. And when you bring them into the host community,
Ora Kena Shigbe Doctor na Yatene Kanekwakom na Managing Director Emma Goldfields Ghana Limited Ora Elliot Chum and so HSE enye se bi oye penyo da Goldfields anu nti no beka se Goldfields nkrata na braso no mo bre ni pinka na mo Ghana ni na nia Goldfields eya mo man no esefata se yetoa wonso.
The company remains committed to supporting its host communities.
I work for Goldfields. I know the impact Goldfields has made in the communities and on this country. So not just as an employee of Goldfields, but as a Ghanaian, I would advocate that Goldfields' leases extended that will continue to contribute to the economic development and socioeconomic development.
Yes, Mothers FM.
So ewo ayeye ensem emu edia odihye kronkron akwasi apia oyensem troni ewo eye Class Media Group na wono ena eye kofare by ya wono nso so eda eye odihye kronkron akwasi apia foundation ano na enam se wodi na wodanti wotumi ede enema bebre te se eye anomne eni niama ne akade edisua de ne niama hodo bebre kan wo bintade ede ye ho ede akwa akosom eye Countryside Children's Home ye no ewo bodjase so mo nso moyi na o mo nso emfa enso wonum asene ewo hono ma wo se eyade a wo ye ne da se ne ye be ya ono nso so no enhwe bi betumi afimu apa
That Sunday they said the medical no way back from senior high school and menya sada yeso say nyame ya dom na se oto yensem na o ma amanfo ete yenka na afei yenya medium bi ya ye betumi afa so de afofra be ya yenso de kakra yebetumi ne se amobrofo ene enyanka ne wisia no yebehunu wo momobo na yenso ye de kakra e de amomo niti nene ade fefe say yeah to mark my 30th birthday. Foundation. Yeah, yate. And thank God we have dedicated executive members. Any members and kasa I need omo eboy and said that should be an ye die so no ebetumi abem. Enti we just a tip of the iceberg. Afei ena ye shase e bre ko denim no. Ye be boa manfo bebre so
na eno echi ena Mr. say ye Mr. say ye drama for swane akaya no ye chia no pa of KASE3 na Mr. say enso so administrator ewo ehonom na ogina empenifo anemu eje ye etre ni so edema ye rei
yaje pa eni yaje surprise because no be no edutwam je niam orine ni krofo edi abre ese edanasi ye bom fire stress adofo ehwe no omunso ebesue nue no mo so aba na obaso asina together no yetumi ahwe enkolai di pepensu anyo mpese odom ani asopa enasibe o sesia no ya hawo kakra ye prepaid na anu ohimai ngura dudu omoda dem se
Mothers FM yes sompa
Mr. Say nene ena ye kokotie ye no omo so eda si bebre enu nti no omo sa stress se enkane anso mpanifo mehwe enso omasen emfa emma wo mabusua mame nyina we so na menkamfo eye kelele clothing emfa emma wodia edipa bia wo pia bontia ne wo be hye ne na da wadie ye no na ebe da wadie yi wadi ama ye hunu ba bia wo free eba you dress how you want to be addressed into wadama se wo pia bontin se wo call eye wedding se wo call birthday party se kwa adwuma baby biara uko bia ye dwumadie biara e wose wo fa ho de kelele clothing ene wose wo de wani etwemu esanse wo mo no mutumre sanso kiresie wo honom fabrics no anase ntoma no a ye de epamade na nkasa no wo muton bi e wo ho ansan so kra no masanso de adwudwo style e de amawo ene ti fabric biara wo pe se eye brocade se eye suiting fabrics Indian lens eye lace Italian cashmere Swiss fabrics denim African prints any wooden prints nyinada o de wani twem hodom a won sabetumi akane nyina bi asorto no e wo honom na watumi de akwakodi wudwuma se wo wade bibi bia opese wo ye bia no kwa won sabeka entuma kora wo pe e de akwakodwudwi o setai eno so da nchen ye bam ne pam e ye setai sa hodo wo wiase nyina o moye bi wo ho ene me yi kosetie ye pam di mia ye mu ya yete ho ane ayekoso ne ade ne nyina wo moye bi wo ho e ye design sa hodo e mu ntoma ne ade de gusu ne nyina no o de wani twemu e wo kelele clothing a wo besiesie bi enso so e de amao ene kabane slit ya abei eye embroidered garments e wo ho agbada mema ne madie nyina ye kente ene ade nyina won sabeka pusu ahoma no e wo 0541849257 and I says 0268 866697 Kalele clothing na waji so say elevate your style with us today all the way and you may better want to say moje briti yen ehwe kase Baatan pespanka for no na ye me motofa bohima abena foku ye bo amene
ejaminta
yes sorry so na jumedi aka atwa so